Let's start with the first part of the anniversary. If we look back at last year, they kicked things off with two really strong units, Gogeta Blue and Super Vegeta. Not only were they powerful, but they also introduced a new mechanic called the Synchro Gauge. But since then, we really haven't seen that mechanic used again, which makes now a great time to bring it back. One unit that I think would be perfect for this is Kefla, and there's a good reason for it. In all these years of Dragon Ball Legends, we still haven't had a proper female Legends limited character. Yes, we do have the tag switch androids with 17 and 18, and while 18 is technically a female character, it's still a shared unit, so it doesn't really count as a true solo female LF. That's why Kefla with Synchro Gauge mechanic would really stand out. Alongside her, I think a tag unit featuring Goku and Hit could work really well. If you remember that moment in the Tournament of Power where Goku saves Hit from Dispo, it's the perfect setup for a tag switch mechanic. Imagine if, while Hit is being attacked, you can trigger an action where Goku suddenly appears to interrupt the combo and turn the tide of the fight. Similarly, as Goku is being attacked, Hit stops time and allows you to combo your enemy. Something like that would be both unexpected and super exciting. Now let's move into the second part of the anniversary. If you look at previous years, that trend is pretty consistent. For example, in the 6th anniversary, we got characters like Super Saiyan God Goku and Gogeta from the movies. The year before that, we saw Orange Piccolo and the Gamma's duo. So continuing that pattern, I think we could see another major movie theme drop. My guess would be Super Gogeta from the Broly movie, with having a Synchro Gauge. And of course, where there's Gogeta, there has to be Broly. Bringing both of them into the game with some kind of special mechanic, like an active gauge that changes the surrounding like in anime, that shattered dimension type thing, would be something fans would absolutely go crazy for. This kind of feature has been requested by the community for a long time, so the anniversary would be the perfect moment to deliver it. Now for the third and final part of the celebration, this is where things really hit their peak, and if you've been paying attention to how Legends structures its Ultra releases, there's a clear pattern. 3 years after a big Legends limited character, that same character usually returns in Ultra form, and I've actually posted this image a few weeks ago, so you're probably familiar with what I'm talking about, but if not, let me quickly clarify it for you. Legends Limited Super Vegito was released as an LF during the first anniversary, and then 3 years later he came back as an Ultra during the fourth. The same thing happened with Vegito Blue and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So if we follow that same timeline, it only makes sense that we're about to see Ultra Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. He was first introduced as a Legends Limited unit during the 4th anniversary, and now we're 3 years out from that. The timing lines up perfectly. To sum it up, this is how I see the anniversary shaping up. Part 1 could feature Legends Limited Kefla and a tag unit of Goku and Hit. Part 2 might bring in movie buffs like Super Gogeta and Broly with new mechanics and stage transformations. And Part 3 would close things out with the long-awaited Ultra Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. Of course, these are just my personal predictions based on what we've seen before, what the community's asking for, and what makes the most sense. I'm really excited to see what actually happens. But what about you? What characters or features are you hoping to see? Let me know what you think.